Namaste and welcome to Bharat News on Bharat TV. I'm Mona Sharma Gupta here with today's comprehensive coverage of top stories. In today's top stories, the Senate is advancing President Trump's cabinet picks with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. confirmed as Health and Human Services Secretary. Trump also hosted Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the White House, reaffirming their strong relationship. The president has signed an order to review reciprocal tariffs on U.S. trading partners, signaling a tougher trade stance. Meanwhile, Apple and Google have restored TikTok to U.S. app stores following Trump's executive action dealing the app's ban. Law enforcement arrested an Indiana teenager for allegedly plotting a mass shooting, highlighting ongoing security concerns. In Indian news, Trump's reciprocal tariff policy will impact India, with economic ties under review following Modi's visit. A survey shows strong public support for Rahul Gandhi as leader of the opposition alliance. The BJP faces major challenges in Delhi, with its manifesto focusing on cleaning the Yamuna River and providing economic relief for women. Meanwhile, India has slashed tariffs on bourbon whiskey, responding to Trump's trade pressure. Internationally, Vice President J.D. Vance is set to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the Munich Security Conference as tensions with Russia escalate following a drone strike near the Chernobyl nuclear plant. Now, the news in detail. The Senate is making rapid progress on President Donald Trump's cabinet confirmations, with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. officially confirmed as Health and Human Services Secretary on Thursday. Despite his controversial views on vaccines, Kennedy assured lawmakers that he will not eliminate existing vaccine programs but advocates for more research on long term effects. His confirmation, seen as a crucial test of Trump's influence in the Senate, passed despite strong Democratic opposition. Trump's allies are pushing ahead with more nominations, with votes scheduled next week for the FBI Director, Small Business Administrator, and Secretary of Commerce. The administration views these confirmations as a key early victory, solidifying its control over domestic policy. President Donald Trump welcomed Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the White House, calling him a great friend, while warning that India won't be exempt from his new tariff policies. At a joint press conference, Trump reiterated his stance that India's import duties on U.S. goods are unfair, referring to the country as the tariff king. The two leaders discussed strategies to reduce the U.S. trade deficit with India, including increasing American energy exports. Trump also confirmed that negotiations for a major trade deal are underway, aiming for a completion later this year. While reaffirming strong bilateral ties, Trump made it clear that economic fairness would remain a priority. President Donald Trump has signed an executive President Donald Trump has signed an executive order directing U.S. trade officials to review reciprocal tariffs imposed by trading partners. The move is aimed at ensuring that U.S. goods face the same tariff levels abroad as foreign imports face in America. Trump has long criticized countries like China, India, and the European Union for imposing higher duties on American exports. His administration argues that reciprocal tariffs will level the playing field and encourage fairer global trade. Analysts warn that such measures could escalate existing trade disputes, but Trump insists that American businesses and workers will benefit in the long run. The review is expected to lead to policy changes in the coming months. Apple and Google have restored TikTok to the US app stores after a temporary ban caused the app to go offline for 14 hours in January. The reversal follows President Trump's executive action, delaying the enforcement of a previously announced US ban on the app. Trump's decision comes after TikTok's parent company made security concessions, allowing continued operations while negotiations over data protection continue. Despite its return, 175 million American users still face technical issues, with some unable to download updates. The administration has stated that further regulations on foreign owned social media apps could be introduced later this year. A 17-year-old teenager from Indiana has been arrested for allegedly planning a mass shooting, law enforcement officials revealed on Friday. The suspect had reportedly been researching past mass shootings, purchasing weapons, and discussing plans to target a public event. Authorities were alerted after a tip from an online acquaintance, leading to an investigation that uncovered detailed attack plans and firearm purchases. FBI officials say this case underscores the growing threat of domestic extremism, especially among young radicalized individuals. The teenager is facing multiple felony charges, with prosecutors pushing for trial as an adult. India is preparing for potential economic adjustments following Trump's announcement of reciprocal tariffs on global trade partners. While Prime Minister Modi's visit to Washington strengthened diplomatic ties, Trump's firm stance on trade fairness means India could face new tariffs on key exports like steel, textiles, and auto parts. US officials argue that India's tariffs on American goods are excessive, prompting discussions on reducing trade imbalances. Modi's delegation is pushing for greater energy cooperation, while Indian businesses warn that retaliatory tariffs could impact growth. Both governments are expected to continue negotiations on a broader trade deal. The India Today See Voter Mood of the Nation survey found that 65% of voters support opposition parties continuing with the India bloc, despite recent electoral setbacks and internal tensions. Meanwhile, 26% believe that the alliance should be dissolved, reflecting divisions among opposition supporters. The survey, conducted between January 2nd and February 9, 2025, polled 125,123 voters across all Lok Sabha constituencies. When asked about the most suitable leader for the bloc, Rahul Gandhi emerged as the frontrunner with 25% support, followed by Westminster CM Mamata Banerjee at 14%, AAP leader Arvind Kejriwal and Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav trailed with 9% and 6% support respectively. The results indicate Rahul Gandhi remains the preferred opposition leader, but challenges persist in uniting the alliance ahead of the general elections. The BJP has unveiled its Delhi election manifesto focusing on cleaning the Yamuna River, landfill removal, and economic benefits for women. The party is pledging monthly financial assistance to women under the Ayushman Bharat program, alongside increasing funding for infrastructure projects. However, rising pollution, unemployment, and governance concerns remain major hurdles. Analysts believe BJP's success will depend on delivering visible improvements while countering opposition parties like AAP and Congress. India has announced a major reduction in tariffs on bourbon whiskey, responding to Trump's repeated criticism of higher import duties on American liquor. The move is expected to boost US exports while improving trade relations between the two countries. The decision comes as a part of broader trade discussions following Modi's Washington visit. While Indian distilleries express concerns over domestic market competition, industry experts believe this step could ease tensions on trade disputes. Vice President J.D. Vance is set to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the Munich Security Conference as tensions with Russia remain high. Hours before the meeting, a Russian stone strike hit the Chernobyl nuclear site, though radiation levels remain stable. Vance warned that if Vladimir Putin does not negotiate peace in good faith, the US may increase military support and impose tougher sanctions. The meeting will focus on securing further aid for Ukraine and pressurizing Russia into ceasefire negotiations. That concludes today's news on Bharat TV. For more updates on stories, please visit our website or follow us on social media. I'm Mona Sharma Gupta, and I'll see you soon.